Jesus.
We made it.
We did.
We did.
When I say I don't want to deal with technology anymore, I want to go back to regular life.
No, you're a master at this. Like what? We just be like, all right, Jen, send the link. Thanks.
And every time it just works like magic.
Mm-hmm. Thank God. Good thing I have insomnia right now because of work. Because 3 a.m. I had a chance to read every single review and watch every single YouTube video. So,
oh my God, I feel like everyone's
sleep is terrible.
Every day feels like you're off the next day, but you're not off the next day.
No.
And I don't know what we're waiting for. There's nothing left to see besides the inside of my house.
I need the constant reminders of what day of the week it is. I'm about to start I'm going to need a paper calendar and just start crossing off days. Like
it's like we're in jail.
It's insane.
It's like we're in jail one day. Well, I saw one meme. It says like the days of the week now is 3 days: yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
That's it.
Wait, is that what that until tomorrow?
No, I don't know what until tomorrow is. It's like if you like it, then
I do. Yeah, it's basically you have to put an ugly picture of your kid, of yourself. When I was just scrolling through and liking somebody's picture. I was like, oh, cute. And then she's like, oh, now you have to do it. That's not how it works. Mm-hmm. Like you basically have to keep it up until tomorrow. Like, no, we're bored. We are officially bored.
Super bored. But my thing when I saw a couple people do it, and I'm like, there's no explanation behind this. It has to be something up with it. And I've been on the internet for long enough to know how chain stuff works. So I was just like, I'm not liking nothing. I'm not doing it. And then someone explained it, and I was like, thanks. I knew.
We have chain emails going on at work right now.
Y'all trying to get fired. That's against company policy.
It's like so
TD's Canadian.
And everyone sends it. It's like one person's name, and then you put your name, and then you put your favorite positive like quote or something to that extent, like your favorite quote, favorite author, like line, something like that, and then you like pass it along to 20 other people, be CC'd. That's cute.
But you're over it.
Yeah. I haven't done one. And I'm like, am I a bad person? I said, because I got a couple. Somebody was like, I only got one. No, I got like 10 sitting here.
You're there. Yeah, they like you. They want to. That's why you invited to all the potlucks, like you said before. Like
that's why you plan them.
I be sitting in the cool kids row. Y'all don't even know.
No, man, I be looking at them like,
no, thank
you.
Like
I blind copied you. You didn't see it? Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, I was that one. I'll be like, yeah, I was that one.
Don't invite me.
No. Because, I'm not going to lie. I have had it, and I thought about it, but honestly, with everybody being home right now, we have so many connectivity issues. I don't have time to play. Like, when I'm online and it's actually working, I got to do my work, y'all.
I got to do my work.
Well, your IT department needs to contact your service provider and ask for more, bandwidth?
They have, apparently.
Do it again.
More licenses to be able to get in. I'm just like, but either way, I mean, my check's still gonna look the same, so I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not my fault. I'm trying to do the work.
I know. I'd be like, oh, shucks.
I'll be clocking in early just to get some extra. I'd be like, yep, I'm up reading emails.
Absolutely ridiculous.
I had to force myself. I've been working from my bed. I had to force myself to move to my desk because I was stuck in the TV and everything. I was like, let me go to my desk and actually do some work and have two monitors.
I'm not going to lie. I think that you're right, though. I think that everyone, at least a couple of days a week, you owe it to yourself to get up out of your bed, take a shower, put on some real clothes. It doesn't have to be jeans.
Every day. No, get up and take a shower every day.
Shower.
Can y'all stop sitting around like Willy Wonka's great uncles and aunts that was in the house in their bed? Well, I mean, not Willy Wonka. What was his name? Charlie and Willy Wonka. How they all just in the bed all the time. No, get up. Y'all got to get up.
I take a shower, but I get right back in bed in my little lap desk thingy, and I'll catch up on my stories, as old people say.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Not the stories.
I had to catch up on my stories.
You still watching Guiding Light? What are you watching?
Really, it's just The Real, and I call them my stories, but. But then I was mad because every time I kept watching it for the first week, they kept interrupting with the stupid briefings of Corona. I don't care. Everybody has it. We got it. The end. I want to get through one episode of The Real. And so the last 2 days I've gotten from 11 to 12 without an interruption. I was like, okay, I think we all got the point that everybody has it.
Yeah.
Stop interrupting my stuff.
I'm going to stop disrespecting this virus. I'm just going to call it by its proper government name, COVID-19. So it understands that I respect it and I don't want no problem. Me and COVID, we're Mr. COVID-19. I don't want no problem.
Sir, please don't come over here, sir.
Not one. Not a one of them. Well, hi, ladies.
Hey.
Now that we're all back over our COVID-19 banter, because clearly Toya's not playing, so I'm going to just go ahead and follow her lead, you know?
Yeah.
We have been outside of that, I feel like we've been doing really well, right? Like everything else has been going on. I think there's not a lot to complain about. I know, like, we all joke, we all see the memes, but there's still a lot of things to be really positive about. I don't know. I don't really have any updates other than Corona has just been taking over the world, taking over life. It makes you kind of put things into perspective sometimes. I think that there's a lot of times where I'm kind of like a little nervous about just kind of where we're going and how this is going to unfold. But then I try to balance it out with being appreciative. And then when I can't do either one of those things, I call my friends. You two are included in that. To like, let's talk about this so I can talk myself off the ledge, right? Because we can't all just be sulking and crying all day because there's just so many other things to do. But are there any other updates you guys want to talk about before we get right into it?
No, I mean, I just think that, like you said, it's just, this has put everything into a real perspective that, like, we got to get our stuff together, like, now, like, got to get our shit together because nothing's promised. And I think this has been a very humbling experience because I'm so used to going about in my day to day that, like, now when I don't have it, I'm like, okay, like, now this is the time to deal with your inner demons, because my anxiety has been through the roof. And I'm not a crier, but I've been crying darn near about everything. And it's just really, really ridiculous. And I need to get my life back together because I have insomnia. I don't know what day it is. And I can't be watching cat videos crying, and I'm allergic to them.
Please do not watch any cat videos.
Come on, Sarah McLachlan.
I forget what it was. Somebody wanted to show me. I'm like, no, because I'm going to cry. And they're looking at me like, what is wrong with you?
No, it's
I don't know. Like, and I'm not a crier at all. I'll tell you that. So, yeah. So, but first, I mean, insomnia definitely has hit because, hello, do people know what they're listening to?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. I think we just started talking to them.
Let me just tell y'all, we are doing this remotely in our individual households, and the chaos that we had to go through in order to figure this out. I understand why I'm in banking. I don't. So first, does everybody have their glass? Can you hear it? Nothing changed about that at all. Okay, so let's kick this off right. So hey, family. Hey. Welcome to the Black Effect podcast, where we discuss how Black culture affects society and how society affects us, no matter where we're at. Okay, so we are your hosts of this bi-weekly conversation, and this is Jennifer.
Hi, it's Janice.
Hi, I'm Toya. Toya. We're going by proper names here, as we said with COVID. Yes.
Yeah. With right, Jennifer, 2 N's. So yes, this is like, so yeah, we did the catching up because again, this is not normal what we're going through. So why not the podcast start off, not normal, but yeah, we're here. So that's all I have. Toya, Latoya, excuse me. Anything you want to catch up?
No, I'm just in transition. I slept a lot the past 2 days. That was great. It felt I didn't sleep at nighttime. I slept during the day, and that was fun. But yeah, we're just trying to make it work. No further updates from me.
Yeah.
All right, now that we're done our Rona report, okay, because I'm gonna respect it, but still, I'm Black, and they know we're Black.
Talking about play all day. He not here.
Okay.
And it's affecting us.
We are going to move into Candidly Culture. So this is where we discuss our topic of the week. And this week, we are going to discuss, does size matter? Right?
And that's the topic.
Yeah, that's the topic. But also, I really don't. I think that's rhetorical because the answer is yes. It always matters.
Always.
Anytime you're asking, the answer is yes.
Yes.
This time, though, we are talking about the wage gap. So we really want to understand, does size matter when it comes to what your income looks like and how that income is actually being dispersed amongst the working community? So where I kind of want to start, I want to go over some of the stats. And I think, for this particular episode, I really want to talk about the wage gap that's disparaging for Black women. So some of the stats before we kind of get into it, just to level set so we can kind of see where we are. So more than 1 in 3 Americans are not aware of the pay gap between Black women and white men. That's it brings us back to the conversation of kind of when people say they don't see color. You can't address any issue that you don't even know exists. So I think that is probably where the start of the problem lies for a lot of us. And then further, on average, Black women in the U.S. are paid 39% less than white men and 21% less than white women. Right? So those numbers are huge. Think about right now if someone said that they would increase your check 21%. That's who wouldn't jump at that? I know. Right. You don't even have to finish. As soon as you say the 20,
I'm done.
I'm done. You can forget the one. Don't even worry about that. Okay. So that makes a big difference in a lot of our lives. Only half of Americans think that obstacles to advancement for Black women are actually an issue. I find that one to actually be pretty concerning, right? Mm-hmm. At what point in time could anyone ever be talking about slashing their income and we don't feel like that presents obstacles in every aspect of your life? That is a huge financial gain or deficit, and really in this kind of space. And then the last one I wanted to talk about was 53% of Americans are not aware of any gap between Black women and white women. So we already talked about the fact that they don't even acknowledge that there's a gap, but then more than half of those same people don't even realize that there is a gap between Black women and white women. So personally, I want to say that I kind of feel like that's attributed to the fact that the feminist movement, the face of the feminist movement a lot of times is white women. So I think that when they talk about the strides that they've made in the space, especially in corporate America, we feel like their accomplishments speak on behalf of all women, and that's not the case.
Yeah.
So I think that a lot of times we have the silent voices in the feminist movements that happen, and we're not really being equally represented. And I don't know really like what we should do to make sure that all of the issues that we have are actually being brought to the forefront at the same time, and that they're actually getting the respect to be brought to the table and become some of those conversations that do become more dynamic so that we can actually address the root cause of the issue. So I think that where I kind of want to start with the conversation is just talking about, personally, how I've been climbing the corporate ladder and what that's made a difference, how that's made a difference in my life. And then also to see if you ladies can give some perspective in terms of like what you think, what your thoughts are on how we can overcome some of these obstacles. Cool?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I know for me, currently, I'm not going to say I'm at the top of the food chain because who doesn't want more money? I always want more money. I always need more money. But I can tell you that it's taken a while to get to this position. And I know when I very first started working, so I started working when I was 15 because I thought I was grown. And I needed to have my own money. So if we're just talking about from when you enter the workforce, I think when I entered the workforce, minimum wage was probably like $6.15.
Girl, yeah.
So to even just start there, $6.15 at no point in time in life is a livable wage for an adult.
Right.
Nope. It's just not the case. And I understand that people will say, if you work in certain industries like fast food, you chose the